Good morning, children. Teachers going into the last part of the lesson. So, in all our previous classes, we learnt about all the nutrient and the non-nutrient factors which are essential for our body to have a healthy body and a healthy living style, isn't it? So, from all these things, what did we understand? Our body needs lot of nutrients and vitamins for the healthy growth and healthy development of our body. Now here in your textbook, here you can see two children are having a conversation, isn't it? What is that conversation about? The boy is saying, I have been eating only tasty food all this time, isn't it? And the girl is saying, I have been eating only food which I like. So you are also like this sometimes. You say, I eat only food which I like, isn't it? But are you supposed to eat food like that? Do you think we have to take all types of food in equal quantities? We saw the different types of carbohydrates, protein, fat, vitamins, minerals, and the non-nutrient factors. Do we have to eat all this equally? Do we have to eat like that? What is your opinion? There is a space in the textbook to write your opinion there. So, what is your opinion? We should have all types of food in the required quantity. In the required quantity. You need not eat all the nutrients in the same way. Like how you eat carbohydrates, you need not eat fat. Okay, so some things are needed in more quantity, some things are needed in less quantity, but you have to eat all types of food in the required quantity. Such type of a food in the required quantity is called as a balanced diet. You have heard about this balanced diet in your smaller classes. So what is a balanced diet? Balanced diet is food that contains all the nutrients in required quantity is called as a balanced diet. Here you can see food that contains all nutrients in the required quantity is called as a balanced diet. That means carbohydrate and fat, or the carbohydrate and vitamins or proteins and vitamins need not be in the same quantity. Usually when we eat, we have a particular way of eating food, isn't it? Now look at the table next given in your textbook. You can see the table here around pie diagram. You can see here. What is that pie diagram? It is divided into 4 columns, isn't it? But all the columns are not equal. Can you see that? Yes. Now imagine that diagram to be a plate which you are eating. When you take a plate in the afternoon or in the morning or in the evening, it is a plate which you eat. You can see here. So imagine that as the plate you are eating. Now, half of that is divided, isn't it? Half of that is divided, and what is written there? Puttu, dosha, chapati, and all those food items are written there, isn't it? What is this puttu, dosha and chapati, rice and all these things made up of? Yes, it is made up of carbohydrates. Means rice and wheat are the main food what we eat, isn't it? So what does that rice or cereals contain? We know we have learned cereals contain more of carbohydrates. So rice and wheat contain carbohydrates. So when you are eating in your plate, how much should be the quantity? Half of the plate can be of carbohydrates. The remaining half is divided into 3 columns. Look at the oil and oil content or the fat content in the plate. It's a really very small portion, isn't it? So that means oil or ghee, that is fat items, fatty items should be in very little quantity. Then again it is divided into 2. Look at that portion. Okay, that is somewhat 2/3 of the portion That is leafy vegetables, carrot, beetroot, and all those vegetables are given there. So what is in all that? All the types of vitamins and minerals we get from all the leafy vegetables and fibrous food and fruits and vegetables all are given there. So in your plate, half of the portion should be carbohydrate, then the remaining half, a small portion should be of fat, and the remaining two, it can be divided into two. That portion should be, one should be filled with vegetable. That means you have to eat lots of vegetable. The vegetable curry or the vegetable whatever what you call is made by your mother should be taken in a large quantity. Then the remaining balance should be filled up with proteins. So which are the protein food which is given here? Dal, egg, then milk, then fish and meat. All these things and pulses contain lot of protein. So those who are not eating fish and meat and egg and milk and all these things, you must compensate it with pulses, that is dal, green gram, horse gram, all these things should be eaten. So imagine this like a plate. Half of it is carbohydrate, the remaining half is divided for vitamins and minerals, proteins and for fat. So this is the way we have to eat. If you eat food like this way, that is called as a balanced diet. Now, when you go to the next page, you can see a table given there. Examine the food chart prepared by 3 students. So you have to compare that food chart. It is prepared morning, noon and night, prepared by 3 children, Anil, Mini and Sinan. You have to compare and find out whose food chart is more balanced one and why is it so. You have to compare and find out and write that into your notebook. After that, what are we to do? Prepare a food chart for 1 week. Prepare your food chart for 1 week. Draw columns for each day. That is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Look at this model. You have to prepare that. Then divide it into 2 morning, noon and evening. And write down the contents of balanced diet for each meal. That is morning, noon and night. For 7 days you have to prepare and send it to me. When you are preparing that, the remaining pages you can see how you can prepare. Avial is given there in your textbook and you have 2 more other charts which is given there. Use those charts, find out the mineral vitamin content inside your food and use that chart to prepare a table of a balanced diet for 1 week. So Sunday to Saturday should be in your table. Prepare a balanced diet. Okay, so when you have gone through the whole lesson, you know what is a balanced diet, what are the different foods you should eat. Keeping all this in mind, prepare a balanced diet food chart for a week. So with that, we come to the end of this lesson. We have seen different types of carbohydrates, then proteins, fat, vitamins, minerals and non-nutrient factors which are essential for a body. So children, please go through these things, change your food habits and be a healthy person. Thank you.